What it do, family? What it do? It's your boy Breeze Omega Omega. That's Breeze, and welcome to the BlackRound. This is a quick wrap up for this Saturday. We had a couple of things we just wanted to come in and talk about. Some things that we saw this week that we feel piques the interest of the Black community. How are you people doing out there? Hope you're having a great Saturday and a great start to your weekend. Hope you had a blessed week. Remember, we are all we got. Take your time about it. And things will come. Know that you are walking in the righteousness of the universe. That's right, family. We have a special mojava that goes along with being foundational Black America. Our aura and our soul has been given to us by the Most High. So I hope you get that in your head. Know that we definitely have been touched and kissed and blessed by the sun. So we definitely in there, family. We are in there. Look at I want to keep playing. Because I think it's important that we understand the energy and the power that comes along with us. You know, just existing in this system, this world that's so wicked towards us. And you have to be a special kind of person to survive all the persecution and the things that have been brought to us and our people and our community. So, salute to our Mojava spirit, based on our good brother Tariq C. He just brought all that up recently. And, you know, it's a good thing to think about that. How did we survive? You know? When we talk about being chosen, you know, some people like to say it's just, you know, chosen to be abused and things of that nature. But what if we were chosen, that's, like I said, to go through this because we have the essence, we have that Mojava, we have that soul and that spirit that allows us to survive all this debauchery. Just think about it. All the stuff that was done to us during slavery, as we round out this Black History Month, think about all the stuff that was done to us. The raping, the pillaging, the murder, the abuse, the harm, the debauchery, the degenerate behavior. And Black people did not become that. We did not. We just became the opposite of that. So that's that Mojava spirit that our brother was talking about. That spirit that allows us to take all these heinous and wicked acts that come against us, and yet, we still persevere. I'll tell you that is the Most High. That is definitely the Most High. So when we're thinking about certain things that go on, always know that you are blessed. That's why some of them like to you know, touch our hair, do all that stuff. Because some of them people, they know what's right. They want that that comes from us to somehow magically roll off onto them. That's why you see they always have these movies about magical Negroes. You know, Whoopi Goldberg, she's had a history of playing magical Negroes. Go look at some of her catalog of movies. She has a lot of movies where she's really a magical Negro. She's working as a maid. She's always uplifting a white family. You know, that's like movies like Baggy Vance. There's a lot of those damn, the Green Mile, those magical Negro movies. And they have those movies because in their eyes, they know that there's a Mojava spirit that comes with the blackness of being in America, being taken out of the wilderness, not amongst your own, being out in the wilderness. We're the only group you can really point to who has been taken away from something and put out amongst others that are not our own. In the wilderness. In the wilderness. So don't you let that ever forget your mind. We the only group that's been in the wilderness. That's right. Oh, you know, One thing I'm thinking about that's coming up real soon, car season is definitely coming around. Car season's up on us quick. So I'm going to look at a couple of my faves. But yeah, this weather's going to change real quick. It's going to get real warm. I think it'll drop again, but we're about to get a real good streak of warm weather. So I hope everybody get out here and get time to prep your garden. Hopefully some of you have already started your seeds. You know, get your seeds out, get your seeds started. You should have already started peppers, eggplants. That's what I start in the beginning of February. I usually start peppers, eggplants. Yeah, that's what it usually is for me. Peppers, eggplants. Trying to think, there's one more long-term plant that I usually plant around that time. I can't remember which one it is, but I know definitely my all my peppers and eggplants get planted right now. And this way you can have 3 or 4 types of varieties of eggplants. If you have any brassicas, you should try. I don't know which one is taking so long. I'm trying to get this one video up on here. But yeah, you should have already started your brassicas. That's like your broccoli, cauliflower, things of that nature. I usually sow those straight to soil. That's what I do. I just try to sow them up there because I'm in competition with squirrels. I'm in a big competitive pattern with squirrels. So me and the squirrels get out here and we get to battling. So I'm already in my battle line. I'm always in the trenches with these squirrels. Alright, so if I'm correct, I can do 2 of those. I'll say Miss T with the T. My wonderful sister Miss T with the T. You go check her out there. Jags Farms and my bro, Big Rooster, my big bro. They recently they were talking about using YouTube and stuff like that. So, I like seeing that type of information, especially from my brothers and sisters, because it's information out there on YouTube, but I'll tend to like it and receive it more if it comes from somebody that looks like me, and that's no disrespect to other people. That's just innate what we know about learning. We tend to learn better when it comes from someone that looks like us. So that's no disrespect. Look how fast your children learning all this filthiness from Sexy Red. Salute, my she. Go check out CE here. That brother has all that fine. If you tap in later, whatever you watch this, go check out my brother. He has lots of good financial information over there. Really good, solid brother. So make sure y'all go check out my brother CE here. And it's just like that, CE here. Go check out my good brother. He be over there dropping that good stuff. There go my wonderful sister, Bayou Sugar. Hey there, Bayou Sugar. How you doing, beloved? Thank you for stepping in. And go check out Bayou Sugar. My sister got a very good history with like apothecary stuff. You know what I mean? That's like, dealing with medicinal herbs and things of that nature. So go check out my lovely sister Bayou Sugar in the garden. Y'all go check her out. She's really good. I was watching her videos. She's got some videos where she talks about her family background and medicinal herbs and all that stuff. So yeah, go check that out. That's in the realm of apothecary. So our sister is very talented. I love seeing the family that comes through. Oh yeah, they go Miss V tapping in. Miss V, hey, I hit you on your Instagram, Miss V. I was telling you, what the hell is your handle? Because you used to say Twitter handle, but now it's your X handle. So yeah, it looks all weird and stuff. I was trying to locate you over there on X last night. I wanted to send you something, but I couldn't. For some reason, they had everybody else make this go viral. I couldn't find you on it. Word up. Yeah, so I'm just staying here, you know what I mean, early this morning. There's a couple of things I just wanted to like, especially one thing I know Miss B probably still carry this because she does all that wonderful crime stories, especially when it's touching our community and our people. So I just wanted to get this out of the way real quick. Let with maybe Miss B, if she's still in here, she'll. Yeah, Miss B, I put that in. But it was like other ones that was like that too. It was a whole bunch of MTV. I'm gonna have to go try to put it back in there again. I'm gonna go put it in there again. But Miss V, tell me if you've done this story already. I just wanted to make sure we can get this out real quick. But after we run this, tell me if you seen this story, Miss V.
My name is Nadine Galmore, and my son is James Cooper. My son moved to Metcalf, Mississippi in May of 2023, and in less than 2 weeks, he was found hanging from a light pole. The police ruled it a suicide without a thorough investigation. Even the coroner on the scene said she didn't want to rule it a suicide. It was just too many signs of foul play. My son even has zip ties on his fingers. So if you have any information, please reach out to my investigator. They can be reached at crimes-uncovered.com or the Justice for James Facebook page. Please. Thank you.
All right, hold up. I was trying to bring that volume up because I was just paying attention to what Miss V was saying. Trying to see. Let me see if I switch these earbuds. Hold on one second. One second. Mic check. Mic check. Mic check. I should be louder with these though. I should be louder. Can you hear me now, Miss V? Miss V, can you hear me now? Yeah, see, that's in Mississippi. Yeah, there's been like in this past week, there's been about 3 or 4 other brothers that mysteriously ended up hung. So yeah, I'm weirded out about that. You can hear me now? Yeah, okay. A tad better? Okay. Don't be talking about how jacked my audio is. Miss V, it's good to know that so I can get that right. I'm gonna go I'm gonna go get a yeah, she said it's still horrible. Damn, why is it doing that? Cause over here I'm getting it like I'm busting y'all eardrums right here. It's like it's really popping loud over here. So I don't know what the hell that's all about. I'm gonna probably switch to a different one. What up, Bronze Flat Power God? Salute my good brother. Yeah, Bayou, this is crazy. Well, there's a couple of them. I'm pretty sure Miss V, she's gonna cover those stories. Nah, I'm just using earbuds right now. I'm using earbuds. You know what I could do? Now this is some hack shit right here. Where my Xbox headphones? This is the funny shit right here. Let me see. Let me grab my Xbox headphones. So I may have to do some weird old school hack here. All right, I'm gonna take those out.
Mic check, mic check, mic check. One, two. They're gonna have a check, baby, 1, 2. Check, baby, check. Check, baby, check, 1, 2. All right, all right. Yeah, I'm gonna rewatch this one too, Miss B. You complaining so damn much. I ain't had this much problems before. But I appreciate you because you only get better by knowing. Right? Right. Only get better by what you know. All right, I tried to want to make sure that that is up correctly. I want to see if that comes
My
up
name is
live.
Nadine Galmore, and my son is James Cooper. My son moved to Metcalf, Mississippi in May of 2023, and in less than 2 weeks, he was found hanging from a light pole. The police ruled it a suicide without a thorough investigation. Even the coroner on the scene said she didn't want to rule it a suicide. It was just too many signs of foul play. My son even has zip ties on his fingers. So if you have any information, please reach out to my investigator. They can be reached at crimes-uncovered.com or the Justice for James Facebook page. Please. Thank you.
Not working. Miss B in here. It's good to have Miss B in here throwing all that heat at my ass. I like that. She is helping me though. I love when Miss B tear my ass a new one. The legend. What's good? What's good? Me and Mons. Good to see you, me and Mons. I love to see all you beloveds in here. And like I said, that was down in Mississippi. That was one disturbing story I found, and I was like, And then did y'all see this one story with the guy who he keeps, if you listen to him, he keeps referring to it as a party, but he's at a dog park with like a bunch of dogs. And I'm weirded out by the fact that he says he's at a party for dogs, but he didn't bring his dog. And these dogs apparently licked him. And well, just see.
Shocking turn of events for a 48-year-old dad who has lost his hands and legs after doing something so many of us do every day.
I got licked by a dog.
That's right. All this from being licked by a dog. Greg Manifel is also braced for more. He's about to lose his nose.
And they told me my nose is mummified too, and it's almost like a frostbite.
Greg's life changed forever when he went to a neighborhood party at a park near his home in Wisconsin.
There was like 5 dogs at the party. They were all swimming in a pond. And I was touching all of them because I love dogs.
Greg's doctors believe he contracted a bacteria from one of the dogs that licked him.
I ended up not washing my hands and rubbing my eye or my face, my mouth somehow.
His own pit bull, Ellie, has been ruled out as the source of the infection because she wasn't at the party, and according to Greg's family, she doesn't lick. Beverly Hills veterinarian Jeffrey Werber says the bacteria that infected Greg is called Capnocytophaga canamorsis. It's found in 75% of dogs, but it's extremely rare for it to infect a human.
This happened to have been a case of a very unusual outcome, very rare. I think that the CDC reported something like 12 cases last year.
One day after the party, Greg started exhibiting signs of sepsis.
He would speak sentences and then it would turn into like gibberish almost. Like he didn't make sense, like he was delirious.
Greg is remarkably upbeat.
I'm just happy to be alive. They did what they did, saved my life.
His grieving wife and son say he's actually helping them through the ordeal.
There's no time for us to feel sorry. I mean, we just got to use what we have to help him.
He didn't survive to lay in bed and cry about it.
So is it okay to have your dog lick you? Dr. Werber says he's licked dozens of times a day.
In my opinion, you can still have your dog lick you, and yes, you will be fine.
Yeah, so that's why my dog is not allowed to eat off of plates around me, lick on me, lick my hands. My dog, no, I don't let my dog lick on me at all. And sometimes white folks be looking at me crazy, um, because they, you know how they are about dogs and stuff. No disrespect, but they'll see you yelling at your dog about "Don't lick on me." Hey, get back! Don't you don't lick on me? They'll think like something's wrong with you because you like, hey, we don't play that shit over here. No licking my face, no licking my hands, no licking on the kids, the babies, nothing. That's just something I know as growing up all my life as a black person. We don't do that shit. That's right, legend. That shit's just nasty. And that's what was weird. If you kept hearing him, he kept saying it's a party. Who goes to a party for dogs without your own dog? And you see how they tried to put his dog because it was a pit bull. They had to throw that pit bull. That pit bull is proxy for black people. I know y'all like, what? Yeah, you know it when they did that with that motherfucking pit bull. Why did they ever have to bring up the pit bull if they say the dog don't lick people and it wasn't at the party? You didn't have to bring that dog up. That's right, me and Mons. But I always, whenever they bring up pit bulls, I'm always like, oh my God. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, there's some people I seen a motherfucker talking about he let his dog lick his damn grill. So yeah, there's some weird stuff going on out here, family. And yeah, like I said, that's no slap at that dude. I kind of feel like damn, but hey, you kind of took your risk out there with this damn dog and it lick you in your damn face. Yeah, tongue kissing dogs. I seen them tongue kissing horses, dogs, all types of crazy stuff, and I just don't think that's appropriate. So, you know, like I said, it's crazy. It's damn crazy. Yeah, that's right. He said we called them nutters. LOL. Yo, word up. Yeah, that's crazy right there. And that just it's just wow. And then we got this video right here. I think let me see. This is another video I was observed. Let me see. Is that it? Because I don't want to make sure I put it there and it's not that one.
See, I'm trying to turn this into something. Turn this into something.
That's not what
Even the sneaker thing. I was on social media.
Oh yeah, this is something else that really bothered me. Now, you know, Trump is going through everything he's going through. We're not going to get on political. And Miss B, she went through the whole situation. She talked about it on her side over there. So you can go check out Miss B. She did a very good, funny, thorough look at the Trump sneakers. But I did want to talk about that part because this whole fact that they make these out of touch racist statements about black people and when it's like we're not just about sneakers, we're particular to Jordans. That's what I would like to say to people. Like black people, we do like to be fresh, but more than likely we're still particular to Jordans and a few other brands. We like to look fresh, but I wouldn't say like we're just hell bent on our life is bent around sneakers. Yeah, Bayou, I'm glad you brought that up right there because some folks, there's lots of videos that think that's true. But I can't believe that from an animal that I'll watch eat whatever the hell I just fed and then it'll start licking his ass. Well, YouTube, I'll probably get in trouble for that, but whatever. The butt, whatever you want me to say about it. But you know what it is. It's that a-hole, that bunghole. That nether region, you know, and I ain't doing it. And then they lick other dogs. That's right, the legend. That's right. All people have sneaker culture, but I thought this was one particular because they kind of always put it on
Even
us.
the sneaker thing.
So
I was on social media last night. Very interesting as you see black support eroding from Joe Biden. This is connecting with black America because they love sneakers. They're into sneakers. They love this is a big deal, certainly in the inner city. So when you have Trump roll out his sneaker line, they're like, wait a minute, this is cool. He's reaching them on a level that defies and is above politics. The culture always trumps politics. And Trump understands culture like no politician I've ever seen.
Question for you on that point, though.
Yeah.
Will the people that are excited about the sneakers and excited about Donald Trump, will that translate into them going out and voting for Donald Trump?
Well, anybody willing to put $400 down for a pair of sneakers? Yeah, I think that's commitment and love.
It's
something.
You're right.
It's something. It's affection.
So what y'all think about that? Then I'll show y'all the one goofy Negro I found, because I've been seeing him all over different like social media platforms. It's only one young brother, and no disrespect to him. I feel like maybe they paid him. So I don't know if bro trying to get paid for it, because I've seen him on multiple platforms, and he wears about the same size foot as me. So they look terrible in a size 8.5, those Trump sneakers. 8.5 is the best shoe size. You know why I know? Because whenever I go to buy my sneakers, I can't find my shoe size. I definitely can't find my shoe size. Me and mine said she'll pass on the Trump sneakers and the racial undertones. That's right. That's right. That's right, the legend. They will put a negative undertone on the stuff that we may promote or be involved with in love. Well, some of us would want to wear the American flag by your sugar, seeing as it was created by a young sister during the Revolutionary War. There was a young sister who was actually the pattern maker for the flag of the United States. They always put that white woman name on it, Susan B. Anthony, but she didn't make the flag. It was a young sister that was under her. Well, they call it tutelage, if you know what that means in that time. Yeah, that's right, snakers. She said the snakers. That's right, the legend. They've always done that. That's the history of this country. Oh, it's all good by you. That's no problem. I understand it too. I wouldn't be against you for feeling that way, because but as somebody who know that almost every piece and thread and fabric of this country was built by us, it's kind of hard for me to be, even if we were under the shackles of them. That's why they want to ride with us and our aura, because we the ones who have that moral authority. We the only group on the planet that had, just trust me when I say this, we made Jesus Christ real when we fought to get free. Let that part get in your head. We made Jesus Christ real when we fought to get free. No other group on this planet could say they've been through what we went through and persevered. Even with them constantly creating laws and government to hold us back, and still we thrive. So other groups, they hope that. Yeah, that flag that he had on his shoes, yeah, that ain't the quality joint. There you go, the legend. You're right. If Gucci made them motherfuckers, all of them, they be all out there rocking that. If it was Louis Button on there, come on, man. I already know. Yeah. I don't do the pledges. I've never done the pledges of allegiance, because when I grew up as a kid, everything I went to, grew up in Long Island, New York. That's like where the nation of gods and earth was, like Hempstead, Long Island. So I grew up mainly like around a lot of 5%ers, all that type of stuff. So we never sang the national anthem. We sang "Lift Every Voice." So when you hear those people surprised that black people had our own national anthem, that's the people who didn't know, because when I grew up, that's what we sang all the time. Nah, Trump ain't going to jail. Trump ain't going to jail. They know not to put him in jail. They got that new movie Civil War about to come out. Them white folks know. That's why I'm choosing the couch over the ballot box this year, because I don't consort with devils or demons. So you got a devil on one side, you got a demon on the other. Well, see, well, what does that mean? They always telling you you got to take the lesser of evil. Well, how about not ever choosing to treat with evil ever? I don't treat with evil. So why would I be out here casting my lot, putting my energy into a devil or demon? The only thing that a black person should be doing is when we watch two devils and demons fighting at the abyss, at the precipice, we're supposed to see who survives and who's almost still alive, and then we come and we push both of them off the cliff. That's what we're supposed to do. Yeah, what you mean? They got laws for that, Bayou. It's called I'm white and I say so. Your black ass couldn't run for president if you had some crime or something. You can't even run for your local city council or anything like that. And then you see what black people they give us that get put in power. And I always say that get put in power. Look at the Tiffany Henyard, the boss lady mayor out there in Dalton, Illinois, who's just running rampant on top of the black brothers and sisters out there, doing whatever the hell she wants. I told you, people with those big eyes, I never really trust black folks with really big eyes. Yeah, then if he got the stimulus checks, but you know, that was the whole thing. They all kind of was involved on the stimulus check, and that was to get us on the hook. So when they brought in all these illegal immigrants, you know, right now they flooding the whole zone with illegal immigrants everywhere, just allowing them to move across the country freely. Your ass got to show your ID if you want to get on the Greyhound. Your ass got to show your ID if you want to get on a plane. These people coming over here and they don't have to show nothing. Yeah, I'll take Trump over Obama too. Obama was the worst thing that ever happened to black people because it lured Negroes to sleep. It lured Negroes to sleep. And that's a dangerous thing. Because if you ever notice when you first wake up, you're not in your movements ain't good. Your vision ain't good. That's why they come after you like that. That's why they come after you like that. We already survived Trump once. Yeah. We already survived Trump, though. So I don't even know why people be scared. Either way, what are you scared? What else can they do to us that they haven't already done? Yeah, yep. Yep. Yeah, they telling you to bootstrap yourself, do all this. Matter of fact, if you're a black woman, don't have no black man in your house, I'll give you something, but you can't have a stable family. They're not telling this to the illegal immigrants. They're not separate. Hell, they're telling them just if they in a group together, that's a family. And we'll give you, it don't matter how much money you want or need, or if we can even verify it, we're going to give you money. Yeah, pretty much, Bronze. You had to get up off your ass. Gonna have to get up. We always do that though. That's why we talk about getting it out the mud. We the only group who ever gotten it out of the mud. Don't let no other group tell you that they have. Because these other groups, they come over here, they have set aside for them. Just go to the Asian American Pacific coalition. Just go to their website. Go look what they advocate for. They advocate for Asians. The Latino coalition, they advocate for Latinos. Then go over to the Congressional Black Caucus and see that they don't advocate for black people. They advocate for immigrants and LGBTQ and everything that is non-black. Even though they try to dump those things on black people all the time by using terms like black and brown or, you know, all this other stuff. They always, like right now, one of the major things I find very disrespectful, they're always trying to attach LGBTQ issues or gender issues to black people issues. And to me, I find that to be anti-black racism. Mm-hmm. Oh, they already own the hood. They own everything. That's why you can't stop the drugs in the neighborhood if you wanted to. Just like you see people in New York who try to stop the immigrants from doing bad stuff and then they go to jail. Well, that's the same thing that happens to black people. When you try to clean up or do anything in your neighborhood, well, you'll become the victim. Even if you're trying to be the person that pushes off all this other stuff, well, the system will come and make you the victim. Exactly. You see how quick they change over for these other groups? I mean, just think about it. My kids for the past 3 years have been out for Lunar New Year. There's been Chinese always here in America. All of a sudden, now that it's being flooded with Chinese, all of a sudden we getting Lunar New Year's, all these holidays. That's why you think the kids ain't never in school, because it's always some damn holiday now. Oh yeah, the black church is gone. The black church been dead. I say they were dead like when I left my family's church and I was like 13 years old. I stopped going to church. I would say back then it was dead. Grand Rising, Rudy. Grand Rising, good to see you in here, brother. Yeah, so you'll go to your local grocery store. You'll see they've already made amends to cater to all these people. When we were just told, hey, your ass can't find it. Well, what did we have? We had fucking supermarket deserts where they would just say, fuck it, we don't want to deal with black people, so we're not putting no damn supermarket or no grocery store in y'all neighborhood. But now all of a sudden, these people coming, they're building stuff to accommodate them. You know? Yeah, Bronze. That's real talk, Bronze. Real talk. But like I said, I remember, in that same church, that's which was my family church. And my mom, that day I was prepared for what was going to happen because I know what they was teaching our people. So my mom, when she said, well then if you not going to church, ain't nobody staying in my effing house. Cause by that point I think they had got my mom to kick my dad out and stop whatever was going on in the system. Like I said, as my mom got more white friends, she got more fucked up. I'll just leave it at that. But she was like, well, you ain't staying in the house. I'm only 13. So, you would think naturally you wouldn't throw your 13-year-old child out in the street. But yeah, that's what my mother was going to do that day. But then what made it even madder was that right by the foyer, by the door, as we about to go out, there's a closet right there. And I reached in there and I pulled out my book bag because I had already made a bug out bag. I ain't call it a bug out bag at that time, but I knew it was a bug out bag for dealing with my mama. And then, yeah, she got pissed off when she saw I had, because she thought she was just going to put me out that Sunday morning with nothing. Exactly. Well, we not allowed. We not allowed to have that. We're not allowed to have that. Because guess what happened when we had all that? You had you had Tulsa, you had Rosewood, you had Wilmington, you had Wilmington, North Carolina. Remember, Wilmington, Delaware even was black before it was overthrown by white folks. Grainsville, North Carolina. You had all these places where black people were becoming prosperous. So we're not allowed to have our money circle in our community because they know when we keep it in our community, we gonna get prosperous and we gonna go up to the top. We get away from the chafe when we get money. Yes, homelessness and hunger, especially for us. Yep, Seed, Orangeburg, South Carolina, Greenwood, North Carolina. There you go, see? That's exactly why we're not allowed to have our own businesses in our communities because they know that's why they started bringing in the Arabs. That's why they started bringing in the because when I first grew up, when I was first a kid, everybody in our neighborhood was Italians. That's who, like the brothers, the deli, all that stuff was controlled by Italians. Then eventually the Italians disappeared, and then they became Arabs. And now it's gotten to the point where most of the Arabs are gone, which I didn't find that a problem when the Arabs was around because they limited drinking in the neighborhood. But eventually they've been pushed out because the white supremacists saw that wasn't good. So let's get the Arabs out the way. They making these Negroes try to be healthy and not intoxicated. So let's bring in a different type of Arab. They went and got more. They start bringing in Serbians. This is in the 90s. You get them. They're like, hey, brother. That's why you see a lot of these brothers call them, hey, Ak, all these, especially in New York. Because I grew up in New York. All these disrespectful Indians, and then they start bringing in Indians. All these people they start bringing into our neighborhood until they find the right group who's really cool with oppressing us. Because they had Koreans in the black neighborhood. That's who was feeding us the cat wings and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? You wondering the whole neighborhood, the cats is disappearing. We used to say that it's only now that videos are coming out showing these places with cats and bags and stuff. We have been saying this stuff for years. They over in South Korea right now, there's a fight going on if the people can still eat dogs. Oh, that's good, Bayou. We need that. We need that. Yep. Sheed is right on that. Well, Bronze Flag Power God, I would beg to differ. I just seen 3 reports this morning where people who were either one trying to defend themselves. We got one story of an Amazon driver being assaulted by a naked immigrant. And why are they always getting naked? And that Amazon driver ended up in the handcuffs. We have in Chicago where 2 brothers and sisters were trying to stop immigrants from busting up into their yard, and they were arrested for stopping them from breaking into their property. So I don't know that we have any thing that can stop them. They have made laws. My brother is a cop in New York. He said he ain't allowed to lock up immigrants. He said he's not allowed. He only able to lock us up if we interfere with the immigrants. So I'm trying to tell y'all, this is a concerted plan by the Democrats. They know that they don't have anything. See, this is their plan from 9 neglect to scorched earth. We've been on the wrong side of the team when we should have been on either team, is what I constantly tell black people, because both teams practice anti-black racism. So we'll constantly get this in our head. Well, if I go over here, if I move from this plantation and I go down the river to this plantation, it's going to be a better thing. No, you just move from one plantation to the next. I wish we could. I wish we could. I mean, I wish we could. I'll see about that. I'm gonna look into that, Bronze. I'm gonna look into that because, yeah, I have not seen anything. Look at what Bayou just said right there. Look at what Bayou just said right there. And I believe her on that. I believe her because I've seen it out here in Virginia. I've seen it in Baltimore. I've seen it in New York. I've seen it in Jersey. I've seen it when I go down to South Carolina. I've seen it when I be in Georgia, Tennessee. And I'll be just looking like, you go to each neighborhood, there's the same damn template. They have anybody but us in charge of all the infrastructure things that you need to get done around in your neighborhood. Prime example. When those Latinos got shot down there in Texas, Uvalde, Texas, Didn't you notice that everybody in charge, even in that Mexican town that was 95% Mexican, everybody in charge was white? Even though we know a lot of Hispanics put white on their paper, but when you looked at those people, you was like, those are Mexicans. But everybody who was in charge of that town, Uvalde, Texas, go look it up. The mayor, the chief of police, all of them were white. Okay, there's an Arab on YouTube making threats, posting children pictures. Okay, yeah. Something like that, they definitely going to involve. Once you post the images about children, or you're making threats on social media platforms, yeah, they're going to get you. But if they just in a freaking gas station or in a bodega or whatever, just yelling insults at you and disrespecting you, ain't nothing you can really do. Yeah, if you're on social media, look, social media, they know that's their platform for brainwashing and devolving people for the next 10, 15 years. They know that. They plan on taking this shit with them to space. How would you think they're going to control Negroes and other folk? That's why they hate us now. That's why we're the most attacked on social media, because guess what? We're not on social media up here doing degenerate shit for the most part. We got some riffraff. We got some fucked up people, but for the most part, when I check for black people, all the black people, like I think all y'all who I fuck with on here, all y'all I rock with on here, not only some of you are doing entertaining things, I find you all to be pleasant and positive individuals that give me something in return. I don't feel like when I watch Bayou Sugar, I'm not getting nothing out of that. I don't feel like when I tap in with the legend, I'm not getting none out of that. When Bronze Black Power God drop his shit, I get something out of all of that. When Rooted be up there doing all those things with the infusions, I learned a lot about that from Rooted Essential Oils, stuff that I didn't know about. But like I said, I'm more receptive to when somebody that looks like me is presenting the information. I don't know if that's for everybody, but that's for me. And I'm very appreciative of that stuff. Oh, you still at work, Rudy? I hope you get off soon, family. Hope you get off. Racist fruit from poisonous trees. I love that, legend. I like that. That is the fact. And remember what they always say, the fruit don't fall from the tree. So we got to always understand that as we wrap up this Black History Month. Make sure you remember Black History is a 365-day event of the year. Don't let them tell you it's only a month. Because like I said, we the only ones who are going to be able to fix this world. We are that superhero that everybody be talking about. We are that superhero. Oh, you cussed him out in Arabic? Cussed him out in Arabic. Yeah, brothers in Philly should be knowing, a lot of brothers in Philly be knowing that Arabic because of Islam and stuff like that. So it was my man from Philly when I decided to join FOI, when I decided to become a Fruits of Islam. Yeah, they're not going to come to help clean up no neighborhood. These people are here for freebies. They're here to get what they've been told. You know, there's a whole thing. The UN is part of this. This is why I keep trying to tell y'all. The UN and the whole world was a part of this. That's why I say there's a system of white supremacy that practices anti-black racism. And these people are being brought to be buffer classes in this country. They know there's a low birth rate for those who are on top. So they have to bring in these buffer classes. And normally what white people do is they bring you in and then they haze you into your whiteness. They don't even have to do it no more because these immigrants are coming over here with accents and they're talking shit to black people as if they've been already told this before they exit point, before they left to get here. And I'm not one of those Negroes who get apologetic. You ain't gonna see no Benzino crying over here. I started the fruit about 10 years old. Yep. Yeah, I was 5%er all my life. I ain't become Fruits of Islam to 18. That's right, Bronze. That's right. We always been we not a minority. That's why I don't use that term for me. I don't use African American. I don't use minority. None of those things. Those things marginalize us. You know, the one thing that I learned is that what a brother told me, and even Nearly Fuller Jr. said this: when you start naming things, there's power in that. So when we start naming ourselves and we start naming certain things, there's power. Why do you think they always quick to grab onto our slang and lingo? These other people got slang and lingo too, but nobody don't want it because it's trash. It's trash. We the only ones with that Mojara essence. That essence that means I am here. That's given to us by the Most High. That's why they try to kill God. That's why they try to make the only religion on earth white supremacy. That's right. That's right. The Most High has imbued us with this. The Most High love us. Don't ever think that because what we go through, the Most High don't love us. The Most High loves us the most. That's why he give us so much shit. That's right, Bronze. You can dig it, right? That's what I'm trying to tell you. We on code like that. You, a brother from Houston sound different from a brother from Tennessee. A brother from Tennessee sound different from a brother in Maryland, and Maryland and New York, so on and so forth. But yet we still all tap into each other when we come together. Okay. Yeah. See, I started out as a 5%. You couldn't exist in my world. You walked outside and you ain't know today's mathematics shit. You might as well go back in the house because it's gonna be a hard day. It's gonna be a hard day walking the block. That was even for if you was a drug dealer. Even if you was a drug dealer, people don't know drug dealers wasn't all a bunch of just rowdy on the street motherfuckers. That's what they created. What we see right now is the creation of the monstrosities that they turned us into. The sexy reds, the Suki Hanas, all the Negroes who sit and take Percocet, do drugs, all the niggas who backdoor each other, all the chicks who drag each other. That's all what they created. That's not natural in black culture. So we should have a necessary resistance to all of this stuff. Like, I'm still shocked how many Negroes try to tell me Eminem is the best rapper. And I'm like, bro, have you ever listened to fucking Eminem? Eminem sounds like a angry white mosquito. That's what he sounds like to me. I've never been able to listen to his music. I've tried. There's no disrespect. I tried. When I used to have my studio, I used to have this white boy who used to pay for my studio. And I used to try to tell the white boy, like, hey, there's already a white guy that sounds like that. He's like, yeah, man, I just know, dude, but I love him so much. I want to honor him. I said, well, there's other ways to honor people than trying to mimic them. You know? Today is February 24th. That's going to be Wisdom Equality. Today is Wisdom Equality. Wisdom Equality, all being born of God. There we go. Wisdom Equality. Yeah, Rakim come from Long Island. Yes, Rakim. Yes, sir, legend. Yep. Today is Wisdom Equality, brothers and sisters. For my brothers and sisters who don't know how I got there, well, each thing we look at it in a numerical set. You dig? So your knowledge is always one. Knowledge is always one. Wisdom is two, because knowledge is the man. Wisdom is the woman. Three is understanding. That's your child. You acknowledge your wisdom, being born to understanding, all being born to equality, which is number 4. Right? And then we keep going up until we get to build, destroy. So it's a whole, that's why it's called mathematics. So every time when you're doing something, you got to stick with it in that manner. So, and you got to know that, because it's the way, and then they're going to act, and they're going to ask you how you manifest in your wisdom and your quality today. So you're going to have to be on your square. And that's what it means when they talk about being on your square, being on your pivot, 10 toes down. Yes, they know that. We the only group still attached with the universe. That's why I try to tell you. That's why I always tell people, be careful what you say. Because the universe surely is listening to us. That's how we get our blessings. That's how we get our blessings. Our blessings come from the universe and us making affirmations. You know what I mean? Right. Supreme mathematics. There it is. Our affirmations is us bringing what we manifest in ourselves. We bring it to fruition. That's being in the physicality. So it's very powerful being a black person, and that's why I say for some of us, we get too weak and scared over that. But let me show you that brother so y'all can see that brother with them Trump shoes, because he's the only brother I've been seeing. Let's show him.
Bro, this is the first look at Trump's shoes right here. Crazy. Let me see the sides. Donald Trump has his own shoe. Yo, tell me about those a little bit. You know anything about them?
These right here, the friends and family, there's only 50 pairs made right here. All gold. You got the gold lace tips as well. Super fire. And low key, they're actually very comfortable. First ever Trump shoes.
Now, 2 things right there I'm going to take away from that right away. His trying to make me believe them hard-ass looking shoes is comfortable. I don't believe him one bit. I had some sneakers like that I bought because I wanted to have some style and some fashion. And them shits was hard as hell. They were hard as hell. And I look at them shoes, and I'm looking at those shoes, and I'm like, cause somebody told me, like, man, you wouldn't even be able to wear those in the hood. I said, yeah, because everybody would roast your ass to death. They would roast you right off the beginning wearing them damn things. Miss B thought I would like those damn shoes. Yes, be careful of the words you speak. Yeah, I always tell people that. I say, even what you thinking. Sometimes you got to stop even having negative thoughts for yourself, especially as a black person. Because the universe is listening to us. You ever had those days where you already get up and you say everything gonna go bad? And what the hell happened? Everything goes bad. And I've had days where I said, shit, I'm gonna get up and I'm gonna be positive. Now, guess what happens? That don't mean stuff don't go bad. It means how I choose to maneuver through the things that go bad. Because, see, remember, we under a system. So shit gonna always happen for us. That's why I always tell black people, you shouldn't go looking for no racism, but you should expect it. So this way, when the racism does happen, you don't get all in your feelings. And if there is no racism, you don't get all excited and start kissing white people's feet like they're so benevolent. It should just be matter of fact. There shouldn't be racism. That's what we should always say to ourselves. There shouldn't be any racism. You dig? Because you'll have the the supremacists, they say, well, if you go looking for it, you're going to find it. Yeah, and that's the thing. It shouldn't be there. If you really want to say you're my brother, then it shouldn't be there because it's a form of insanity. I'm not saying all of you who practice it are insane, but the concept of being supreme over others is insanity. And so exactly. That's why I say it should just be a matter of fact occurrence for you. It shouldn't be like, hey man, wow, these white folks over here was nice to me, so that means all white people are nice. And this shouldn't just be that way. Everything should be happenstance. You dig what I'm saying? So when you interact with people, you should already have a necessary default mode when interacting with other groups. Because it's only in human nature and nature in fact to think of your group first. You know, some people get mad when they hear me say B1 or black first. We should be black first. That doesn't mean at the behest of other people, because I'm going to tell you this. If I can't love myself and those that look like me and around me from my community, then how the hell can I love you from another community? You see how that works? If I can't love myself, I can't love anybody else. That what you talk about in relationships is the same thing in a friendship. That's right. That's why I'm not upset at other groups when they worry about themselves. You should be thinking that way. My thing is everybody getting mad at black people because we've been all live mattered for so long. You know, when they say, hey, we're going to do something for black people, they always say, oh, we're going to do this and do that for black people. And then if you ever look closer, they always put all these other groups in there. But when we go to these other groups, when they're getting their policies, there's never no small wording that says black people. See, everybody else, they get their stuff and they stick with what they want for them and their group. We the only ones who talk. That's why we had that magical Negro syndrome. You know, the mammy and the Sambo. We always out here trying to please others rather than trying to please those that look like us, because we've been taught to have animosity against one another. That's why you beef with your family so much. It ain't because y'all wrong. You've been bred this way. You've been manufactured. That's a term that I use all the time, the manufactured Negro. Because before, everything else was organic. We were organically, because we were only amongst us. But once we start getting under the tutelage of them in their schools and within their system, that's when the self-hate came out. Yes, you are correct. Yeah, the pollution of the mind. Yes, definitely. Yes, they were grouping us, like I said, even out in here in Virginia, when you look at the Loving versus Virginia case, where the sisters say, hey, I was an Indian. I'm an Indian. But the state of Virginia said, well, screw that. We just gonna start. Even if you say you got Indian, if you look like a Negro, to me, you're all Negroes now. That started out here in Virginia. Virginia is where a lot of the categorizing started in Virginia, down in Richmond, Virginia. They have all these libraries you can go to out here in Virginia, these old libraries called the Thomas Bulk. Yeah, a white guy who was gathering all the information, Thomas Bulk. And you go there and you can get all this information. Like the weirdest shit, if you go to where it's called King Williams County, and this is in Virginia. And right there, you have the Robert E. Lee plantation, and you have the George Washington plantation right next to each other. So what did you find out is Robert E. Lee and George Washington was friends, even though George Washington was older. Little Lee was a little motherfucker who used to run behind him. And apparently Robert E. Lee's father was very mean to his ass, whatever. That's what it was. I went there because I used to take my children. I used to go to the plantations all throughout Virginia, Maryland. I used to take my kids there. I used to be like weirded out because sometimes my youngest child, she would get I felt like the spirits of little black slave children would get in her. Because she would start doing weird things when we would get to these plantations, my youngest. And she would start skipping off and doing all these weird things. And she would have this voice that we didn't understand. She'd be like, oh, it's all over here. She would have this real country voice. And they don't talk country because we go to New York so much. They don't really talk country. But she would get this country voice and she would start skipping off when we would be trying to find like the slave quarters. And she would just skip off right to him and lead us right to him. And I remember me and my daughters and all those, we would be in there. We would all start crying when we would get in those damn, those little fucking hovels or rooms where they used to keep our people. We used to be in there crying because we would feel that Mojara spirit, that energy would just hit us. But we didn't feel bad. We felt good. And I always loved the greatest part was when you would hear a lot of white people talking and they would be all excited, talking, and then they would come around the corner and see a black family standing there. Oh, the look on their faces, boy. Oh, priceless. I love that. I used to love looking at their faces because they be shocked. And then they be shocked because, when I'm in there, I get real scholarly when I'm up in that bitch. I start talking because I used to, when I was in college, one of the things other than I graduated degree in psychology, but one of the things I also studied was military history. Yo, no doubt, legend, no doubt, family. I appreciate you too. I appreciate you for coming through, family. I'm gonna try to get more of these really bopping because as I'm trying to navigate all this stuff, like I said, I'm now doing all these things particularly by myself because, like I said, once my wife passed, it's just been me. So that's a bigger task. I don't think a lot of people willing to talk about on these things is when you have to really go at it by yourself. When you got a teammate and somebody back you up, that shit is hella easy. I'm not saying that like it ain't hard. It don't come with its challenges, but I'm telling you, it's easier than when you got to manufacture and do all this producing and production by yourself. You really got to sit down. You really got to think about everything 2 and 3 steps ahead. But hey, that's that Mojara spirit. That's that blessing that I appreciate the Most High for giving me. That's why I don't give up. That's why I stand on my square. See, normal person when Miss B was trashing they sound, they'd be like, well, I'm going to just get off and go. No, I found a way. And because Miss B did that, I'm going to go find another way today because I appreciate Miss B. I love that sister so much. So I'm going to go ahead. I love all y'all pretty much. I love the whole family. And that includes others. Just because I say I Lord, my love on to black people, I do that because we are the least loved. But I love all people. But don't get it twisted. I'm never going to all lives matter. Shit. None of that. I'm going to keep it 100 because I got to be for us first. And then anybody else you want to hit your wagon afterwards, that's cool. But you can't hit your wagon from the beginning. What would we?
What'd you say? Your thoughts on the Palestinians?
I want to get my boy Yeezy. We got to get Yeezy, and then I got to get my one thing to set me up for car season, and then we out of here. We made it to an hour. I'm appreciative of y'all who stuck in here. My sister D Love didn't come in today.
Palestinians. What'd you say? Your thoughts on the Palestinians? I don't have enough information on that. I'm straight up from south side of Chicago, born in Atlanta. I don't have enough information. There's love for everybody, but don't pull me to that conversation. I got 14 kids dying every week in my city. You know what I'm saying? So talk to me about that.
Yes.
All right, thank you, Connie.
Yeah, that's how I am. I'm like Yee about that situation. Don't ask me about that shit. We got too many problems going on here. We being overrun by immigrants, everything. And that's why I be telling people too. We got some crusty Negroes and some crusty hood rats and stuff like that. We can clean that up at all times. That's never really been a hindrance to black folks. You know, they'll just because they're amplifying it on television and stuff now, it'll make you think like that. But that's not the truth. That's not the truth. I don't have 10 hood rats in my family. I don't have 10 crusty Negroes in my family. But I do got two. I do know for a fact I got 2 and 2. So yeah. That's commonplace. Asians, they got them Asians they don't want. Latinos, they got them Latinos they don't want. Everybody got something. It's just us. They try to play like it's so amplified. That's why you always got to hear, what about Chicago? Chicago ain't even in the top 10 murder rate. So stop it. I don't never hear the media point out St. Louis, which is up there. So we're going to get our last little, this car season going to be dope this year. I'm really feeling that the car season about to take another turn, and it's going to be lit.
See, I'm trying to turn this into something, And we ain't tripping on the sun because the stars out. Chrome wheels, candy paint, bring the balls out. Yeah, I'm trying to turn this into something, Yeah, I'm trying to turn this into something, And we ain't tripping on the sun because the stars out. Chrome wheels, candy paint, bring the balls out. Yeah, I'm trying to turn this into something. On the go. Holla at my partner for some drink that I could.
Yes, sir. Car season is fast approaching. That got grilling season. Those are all the good times of the season where we can get with each other and fellowship. I appreciate you, Bayou Sugar Darling. Like I said, I'm going to try. This is the BlackRound, where we try to bring you the comprehensive things that we feel that are interesting to those of us in the black community. I'm going to start trying to bring more and more of these things to us. And I want to do a little bit more positive uplifting stories, especially some of my gardening stuff. Oh, I haven't even decided if I was going to be on. I know I got some smash burgers that's popping later on today. You'll see those. I was prepping my brioche buns early this morning because I made them from scratch. So they up there right now, sitting on the thing, finishing cooling off. I went and got some wagyu beef to make into burgers. So yeah, we'll have that popping later on today. I'm getting the grill ready for the summer. That's when I'm gonna probably be out there doing clean because it's still not warm enough yet in Virginia. We just had a couple of days of a lot of rain, and that Virginia clay is not to be messed with. A lot of our backyards. That's why you see me doing container gardening, because my backyard is full of all that red clay. Yeah. Oh, I'm gonna post that up there for you then, buddy. I'll send it to you. Shit, the brioche bun. Yeah, that recipe is simple. Very simple. See, I got a history of doing that because my daddy was from Alabama. He used to bake a lot. So I never really, when I used to grow, I never had a roll that came from out of a damn bag. My daddy always would go buy yeast from the store. He would make rolls and biscuits and all that stuff all the time. That's why, even though my daddy had got caught up and got on crack, I still have a lot of respect for my daddy because he got caught up in that damn system, you know? That whole damn system, you know? You're selling your work, and then all of a sudden you can't sell your work. You end up taking it, and it gets so hard on people. The system was built on wickedness, and that's why I said we the only ones that's gonna be able to break it. We are that proverbial superhero that always shows up in the end. That's us. If you ever pay attention to the Marvel comics, all those superheroes all have black attributes. Even Superman, to have to rely on the sun, that is the blackest thing ever. I'm a big comic book fan. That's some of the stuff I want to bring over here too. More about black comics, black animators, things like that, black gamers, because that's stuff I think also that we don't really tap into. We tend to get caught into the world, and most of the black, as we would say, the Negro nerds tend to tend to float over there to the system rather than staying black. But there's good brothers like my man Yuki the Snowman, them brothers over there, the Swarthy Nerd, those are cool brothers. Those are like, if you have young black children who are into nerd culture and stuff like that, those are very good, interesting young brothers to have your children watch, the Swarthy Nerd, because they teach you how to interact with all this different type of culture, the waifu culture, all that stuff, without becoming a damn incel, without becoming a damn hindrance to your own people. So shout out to the Swarthy Nerd. Love those brothers over there. Go tap into them. You can find them. Like I said, everybody on here I find like wonderful. I love Miss T with the T. I love Jags. I love Bayou Sugar. I love Unbiased. The women on here though, it's so many of y'all. I'm telling you, I'm great. In a way, I'm grateful my wife is passed. That's not in a bad way. Because my wife, she was very possessive. And she see me liking all you women over here, I'd probably be in trouble. And that's all. I love all women because I love it like a candy store, but I love you sisters like, because y'all something else. Y'all do something to me. Y'all lift my spirit to a place. Like there was an older black woman the other day. I was coming out of work, and the sister just looked at me, and she was like, "Hey, black man," and I'm looking at her, and she was like, "Let's go." I was like, she just the way she said that to me, "Hey, black man, let's go." And then she patted me on the back, and I'm just like, wow, that sister, that shit carried me for the whole day. Thank you, Bayou Sugar. That's what I mean in that spirit, that love y'all give off, that aura. That's that Mojara spirit, and just the way that sister saw, she looked into my eyes. She seen I was off a little bit, and she was like, "Hey, black man," and she said, "Let's go." Just those few words right there lifted my spirit. It made me understand that sister can see. She see what I'm going through, and she know, and she just lifted me up with that. So, if you ever get a good chance, to tell a wonderful black sister, "Hey sis, you have a great one," or a black man, "Hey brother, hang in there." Let's do that. That's what kept us going all these times. That acknowledging one another. Because when we see each other in the store, we automatically look at each other. And you either get a nod or you get a smile. Other groups don't do that. That's how I can tell other people who aren't black. Because they don't look me in the eye and they don't look at me. So immediately when I see a black person that does that, my antennas go off. And I'm like, this person must be either a Caribbean immigrant or African immigrant. And the saddest shit is they all don't really rock with us like we rock with them. That's why, for me, the whole Pan-African thing is kind of like over because it's one-sided. It's been so one-sided and stuff, We did the black gold, no medallions. We did all that stuff. I don't recall them once doing anything that was out towards us. So, yeah. But, for those of us who still want to engage, you can engage because that's the nature of our black spirit, our Mojara spirit. And I had a great one chatting with y'all, tapping in with the family. You're always welcome in my platform. I meant to send up a damn link so somebody could have came up. But yeah, I forgot. Once we get to talking, I be forgetting this stuff. So those are things I want to put on my whiteboard so it's right in front of my face so I can always remember. So Miss T, I am watching some of your stuff and paying attention. I'll get it right. But yo, I appreciate you, Bayou Sugar. I appreciate the legend, GMT 365. Go check out my brother. He be dropping that real stuff, me and mine. Oh, if you got anything like house plants, anybody that's dealing with house plant issues, check out my sister, me and mines. She's definitely over there with the house plants. My lovely sister, Bayou Sugar. Like I told her, she's in the realm of the apothecary. Her family has taught her a lot of stuff about medicinal herbs. So you go check out that wonderful sister. Check out my brother Bronze Flat Power God, Miss V, MGTV. Make this go viral so she can get off my back. I should have told her to put some money in my goddamn cash app, snapping on my microphone. But no, I love you, Miss V. I'm cracking a joke. And yeah, I'm about to go upgrade. Matter of fact, I'm appreciative of her telling me this. Because I'm about to take my ass over and get me a new headset right now. Because I can't be using my video game headset. I need this for my video games. But anyway, you guys have a great one. Y'all stay blessed up. Remember, rely on that Mojara spirit that is in you, that is given by the Most High. And love yourself first and foremost before you try to love anything else. This has been your boy Breeze Omega. That's Breeze, and this has been the BlackRound. You guys have a great one. I'll catch you on the flip side. One.